when Eric Stonestreet called me in 2019 to do something with him,
What's the story there?
I knew that, okay, now we really have something.
Yeah.
So, Eric Stonestreet is really the person. And by the way, he is one of the nicest people that you will ever meet.
I would love to meet. Obviously, would love to have him on the podcast, being a huge KC guy.
He knows everything about Kansas City. He's been a Chiefs fan, a Royals fan. And so if you want somebody to represent KC, that is one of the great people right there. So he calls me up. And, of course, I'm thinking, oh, yeah, right. This is, or no, I'm sorry. He didn't call me up. One of the marketing people at Kansas City Chiefs called me up and said, hey, we got an idea, and we want to meet with you and see what you think about it. So we met at a restaurant down in the plaza. Okay. And it was great. Got a chance to talk a little bit. And then while we're sitting there, Eric Stonestreet comes walking up, and I'm like,
was he a part of that meeting, or he just
happened
to be
planned?
there?
Yeah, it was planned. They didn't want him to meet me at first. They wanted to bring him in.
Make sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how did they know who you were? Did they find you, were you on social media at that point?
I mean, I had it on Facebook. I had just, maybe a few thousand followers or something like that.
Sure.
That's all. That's really all I had.
Discovered
enough to be known. They had seen me on some pictures and things like that, and somehow it got to them.
Yeah.
And so, in fact, when I first got there, the marketing guy was like, "Oh my gosh, I mean, I had a little PTSD, because 20 years ago you'd had an experience with Coach that you had to sit him down."
Oh my gosh!
And they've been best friends ever since. But you know what I mean? He's like, when he saw me walking up, it was so funny. He shared that story with me. But I was really shocked and surprised. So
I mean, the resemblance truly is so uncanny. Like just being sitting next to you, right? It's so wild.
Before his weight loss, yeah. Anyhow, Eric Stonestreet tells me about this idea that he has, because he does Andy Reid at training camp, which he plays the role of Andy Reid's brother. Okay. And I mean, he's brilliant at it. I mean, it's some of the best comedy that you will find. And so they took me up to training camp and said, hey, we want to do this where we play you as a role of, we're going to get one of the players was on concussion protocol, and he comes walking out, and they introduced me to him, and he's a little bit of aren't you supposed to be down there?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I got to meet Brett Veach. He was all part of it and everything. And so by the way, everybody in the organization, they're just the kindest, the nicest people. We're so blessed here in Kansas City of everyone that I've ever had contact with. So we go down to Kansas City, and we sit on a Chiefs blanket and share some cheeseburgers together out in front of the Nelson and take some pictures and things. And so they put that as part of the gig. And so they told me that they were showing their families this video, and the families didn't get that it wasn't Andy Reid. And so they had to put my social media little spot there. I think I had a small Instagram page as well on there. And if you go look at the Andy Reid thing, and you'll see it on there, because they didn't think people would get it. Yeah. And so he bought me. By the way, I walk in, and he tosses me a couple of Tommy Bahamas.
Who, Eric?
Eric Stonestreet tossed me a couple of Tommy Bahamas. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I've had some, I might buy some Hawaiian shirts, but they're coming from the Kohl's clearance rack.
I love it.
When he tossed those to me, it made me feel so special. Yeah. And I still have those. But
of course you do. Yeah.
I wore one right there in the actual video. And so that just really got me fired up to take this, keep going a little bit further.
Absolutely. And you must have been like, this is surreal. Like,
it was.
Who would have thought that this would have come to this?
Absolutely.
So fun.